All right, people. I just parked my car. Uh, got a few hours to spare today. Let's see, we got kind of cloudy, windy conditions, kind of gusty today, really. Um, these strong gusts of wind kind of coming through at various intervals. Um, but I got my ultralight set up with me today. I'm gonna go just try to fish this small pond. Um, ultralight fishing, it's really different from any other kind of fishing. It's good if you want to catch a lot of fish, larger numbers of fish, or a wide variety of different species of fish. So that's kind of what we're going to try to do today. We're just going to tie on some small lures and see if anything wants to bite and give us a little bit of action. All right, people, we're down here at the pond. As you can see, I've got a little rooster tail inline spinner tied on. Just gonna start covering some water here. Thinking with these conditions, something like this might work. But we've got several different lures we could try today if this doesn't. But with this wind, I think this could be a good option. This is like the 1/16 ounce size, and I think this color is gray minnow, one of those kind of pretty common colors you can find at like a Walmart or something. Just looks like a little bait fish. So without further ado, I'm going to start making a few casts and see if anything goes for this. A lot of people, when you hear about inline spinner, they think trout fishing a lot of the times. And, spinners, they are very good lures for trout, but they can really catch just about anything. Oh, we got a bite right there, guys. Look at that. That was first cast there, and we got ourselves a little bluegill. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. There we go. First fish of the day. Like I said, we're just going for really anything right now. He's probably only like 4 inches. Just a little guy. Got a little damage on his near the tail there. Looks like maybe a bird strike. But we're going to get this guy unhooked and send him on his way. Maybe take a quick photo and keep on moving. But hey, it's a fish. Started off strong here. Hopefully we can catch a few bigger bluegill. I know there are some bigger ones in here. For the most part, this place I catch largemouth and bluegill in the past. So we'll just see who's willing to bite. Here we go. All right, fish. Thanks for biting, bud. Be safe out there. All right, fish number 1. Feels pretty good. I just want the big mama, the grand priestess, to come out and take a swipe at it. There we go, guys. Another fish. Oh, we got off. I think that was a crappie. I didn't know there were crappie in here. Wish we got him hooked up. Oh well. Let's just keep going. Be nothing crazy, but wish we could have landed him. Sometimes the fish kind of just swipe at these spinners, and the hookups can be tricky when they're not fully committing. I'm just gonna slow down a little bit. Maybe that'll help them, get secured a little better. Maybe do a bit more of a hook set. But with these little trebles, it can be kind of hard not to just pull it out of their mouths. So, got to be a little careful with these small lures sometimes in terms of the hookups. All right, we're just gonna slow roll it. Try to go nice and slow. Oh, little pickerel after it. Oh, dang, he just didn't quite commit. He was just sort of snapping. Maybe a color change, something to get them to just hit it a little more enthusiastically. We'll see. Make a few more casts with this. I didn't know there were pickerel in here, but yeah, that was like just a little, you know, 8-inch pickerel, but would have been a fun catch. All right, people. I just switched to this color. This is a Fire Tiger, another pretty popular color for the rooster tail spinner. Probably my favorite color, especially in murky water or low visibility conditions. So I'm hoping this makes a difference. I'm seeing some pretty big bluegill, just really in, inches of water. So I'm just gonna start casting this along the bank and see if I can draw one of these guys out. I'm seeing several right now, good size ones too. So I don't know, maybe we'll have to go really finesse and just do like a little soft plastic or something, and maybe that'll be the key. But I'm gonna try this for now. All right, come on, fish. Let's see what you got. Don't mess around with me. All right, people, there's this little tiny snake on the trail here. I don't want to get too close to scare him off, but I'm going to try to use my Seek app and ID him real quick. It looks like a juvenile, and I don't think it's venomous, so... Colubrid snakes. They're calling it Decay's brown snake. So, that's making me think that this is actually an adult of this species that they're mentioning. It's a pretty small species of snake, clearly. Let's get a couple pictures here. There he is. I'll add some pictures of this guy. Interesting species here, not one I've encountered before. Small species. Pretty cool. Every now and then the rooster tail will do that. It'll get that fluke catch, and then nothing else gets hooked up on it, or you get those short strikes, those hesitations. Oh, there's a fish, guys. What is it? Whoa. What is it? Whoa. Chain pickerel. Oh. No. Ah. Man. Flipped off just at the bank. Pickerel will do that sometimes. I can't count that one. I didn't touch it. But we got another strike on the spinner, so I guess that means I have to keep going with it for a little bit longer. I'm going to check my line, see if he... Oh, yeah. He frayed it. All right, I'm going to have to retie. All right, guys, we swapped to this little crankbait here. This thing might just wind up digging down into the weeds and not really working at all. But I thought I'd give it a try. I think this is a Bass Pro Shops brand, which isn't necessarily reassuring. But we're going to make a few casts and see if we can get like a reaction strike from a bass or something like that. Doesn't really float back up to the surface, at least with the snap swivel on it. All right, we're in the danger zone, the snag zone. See if we can work this thing through there. think that was a branch. Got him. You're not getting away, buddy. There we go, guys. On the crank. I wasn't sure that would work. Gosh, he's freaking out. Hold on, buddy. Hold on, dude. Oh, man, he smoked it. Good jump, too. Whoa. Hold on, dude. That's about a 12-inch pickerel. Not big by any means, but that was a pretty cool strike that he made on it with that jump. All right, Buster. I'm going to get the grippers on you. There we go. I'm going to get you free. Don't bite me. Oh, don't bite me. There we go. All right, check him out, guys. Beautiful chain pickerel out here. He was hungry. About a 12-inch pickerel. Love those markings on these fish. You know, they got that chain patterning, that camouflage pattern. Classic kind of a torpedo-shaped body. The dramatic eye stripe underneath the eye, the mascara. Outstanding. Beautiful fish here. A little pike. Always fun to catch. Got to be careful handling them, though. They do have those nasty teeth. But we're going to let this guy go. These fish don't respond well to being kept out of the water for too long, so. All right, guy. You all right? All right, he's gathering his faculties here. There he goes. Sweet. On a new bait, too. That's always fun. Getting a new lure to work. Maybe there's another pickerel over there. Who knows? Feels good to finally catch one after missing 2 others. So, cool. Cool stuff. All right, people. I'm going to switch to this tiny little bait here. This is just a Berkeley Gulp Alive minnow 1-inch size on a 1/64 ounce darter jig head. This is about as finesse as it gets for me. And at this point, you know, we're losing light. And I'm just going to try to up the fish count a little bit before we go with this. We'll see. Maybe just some bluegill or something. We'll go for it. But just trying to get a few more before it gets dark. So we'll start just casting this and kind of lightly jigging it, you know, hopping it along and see if anything goes for it. All right, guys. I just noticed this little, I guess you could call it a spillway. This pool down here below the dam. I caught a fish out of here before, so I'm going to try to cast around with the Gulp minnow, but it really hasn't been getting many bites, so I'm just thinking it's not imitating whatever the fish in this place are really feeding on, so I'm going to probably swap it out for something else here soon if we don't get a bite. Alright guys, so we switched out our plastic to this black and yellow straight tail grub. I just, you know, these fish just were not committing to the Gulp minnow, so I'm just assuming that the panfish in here are not, you know, keyed in on tiny little fish. So maybe this thing, I mean, it kind of looks like a leech or a insect larva or something, might do better. I dunked it in the Gulp juice to give it some stank, so I'm gonna start casting this around. Sometimes you gotta make these little adjustments, and you know, it can be the key. There we go. Finally. Got another fish. And it's an interesting one. One that I have caught from this exact pool before. It's a little warmouth. Oh, hold on, dude. Let's get you out of here. Oh, hold on. Get you unhooked and get a look at you. And then we'll let you go. Here he is. Fish number 3. Just a kind of a skinny warmouth. These are kind of one of those fish you just find, I guess you could say few and far between. I didn't catch any warmouth last year. But they're basically a little sunfish with a bigger, almost bass-like mouth, and sort of a camouflage look to them. This one's really just mottled, and yeah, no real bright coloration on these usually. But glad we could find this guy. It's an interesting species to run into, and I'm kind of happy that we're catching different species. That's what Ultralight's about. So let's get this guy back in the water. Thanks, little dude. Appreciate you. Let's see if there's another guy in there. There's a fish. Ooh, another warmouth, a bigger warmouth. Cool. This is a pretty fish here. Is this pool just full of warmouth? There we go. He's just a little bit bigger than that last one, a little more colorful. You can see they kind of have that mottling even on their fins. Whoa. Trying to shake out of here. This guy's maybe 4.5, 5 inches. So nothing big, but interesting fish to catch. So, and yeah, let's see that mottling on them when the light hits. Really quite pretty. All right, see you, fish. Thanks for biting. I really don't think I've seen any other lake with these floating platforms of plants. It's kind of unusual. Makes this place unique. And I mean, you can see this one kind of blew over towards the bank. There we go. Saw him take it. Very light bite. These guys are pretty much all the same. They're really not the big chunkers that are in here. They're just kind of the average fish. Make those little adjustments, folks. Sometimes that's all it takes. Start catching some fish. Another little bluegill. See you, buddy. Thanks for biting. There we go, he's good. Yep, these guys must have just been keyed in on little invertebrates and insects and larvae, that kind of thing. You know, fishing, it's really a form of applied natural history. You know, you're making educated guesses about the ecology of the water where you're fishing. And basically just trying to figure out, you know, how the food chain and the ecosystem in that place works, and you're plugging yourself into it. There's a fish. Feels a little better. Oh, here we go. Species number 4 of the day. 4 species out here. That's what I like to see. It's a black crappie. Wasn't intending to rhyme that, but sometimes it happens. Check this guy out. So we missed that crappie earlier. Probably a similar size to this one. This is a black crappie. Pretty fish here, you know, got that silver with the mottling, almost an iridescent color. You know, you get like some green and some purple in there when the light hits it just right. Those big kind of yellowish eyes. cold eyes. Slightly larger mouth than, say, a bluegill, so it's adapted for more of, you know, larger prey items. But he went for that little grub. We really, I think that switch was critical. That switch was critical, guys. Pretty little fish here. This is what ultralight fishing is about. Just going out there, you know, doing a little assessment of your water and seeing who wants to bite. Let's get a picture of this guy and send him on his way. All right, dude. Nope. Other way, Buster. There we go. He's gathering his faculties under the slime. There he is. All right. Sweet, guys. 4 species today. All right, people. As you have probably ascertained, I am back in my vehicle at this juncture. After that crappie, decided to go ahead and pack it in. We were losing light. It's basically dark right now. But hey, you know, that's ultralight fishing right there. I think that was a really good example. You know, good way to just kill a few hours and enjoy being outdoors. You know, we didn't catch anything big or catch a ton of fish necessarily. But hey, 4 species, you know, that's a pretty good variety. You know, probably a little above average for most days. Yeah, I mean, especially when, you know, you're taking out that bigger gear, you know, that really limits the species that you can catch, particularly in freshwater. But hey, you know, chain pickerel today, that black crappie, a few bluegill, and those 2 warmouth. So, you know, that's a good variety. You know, we were just experimenting, you know, trying out different lures, you know, the spinner, the crankbait, those little jigs at the end, making those little adjustments, those small adjustments. You know, color was really important there at the end. And yeah, we just had a good little time. You know, saw that snake. That's a species of snake I've never even heard of. I'm gonna have to look it up later. But anyway, if you haven't tried ultralight fishing, maybe you're you know, just getting started and don't know what direction to go, ultralight is a good option if you just want to get out and catch some fish and that's all you care about. You know, you're not trying to catch your next personal best or a big bass or something like that, and you just want to spend some time relaxing and fishing, and yeah, it's a good way to fish. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video. Get out there, try some ultralight fishing. You won't regret it. Take it easy.